This is the Cricket Matters podcast, and today we're talking about how to watch the ball better when batting. James, I am obviously not a batter or a cricketer, as the joke goes. So, come on, tell me, how do you watch the ball better? What are the secrets to share?
Well, this is the interesting thing. You hear so many pros and clubbies just saying, "Hey, just watch the ball. Just watch the ball." But what is watching the ball?
What does that mean?
Exactly, what does it mean? And it's something I'm finding fascinating because I'd argue that a lot of people who get out don't remember the ball that got them out. They don't remember seeing it. They lose track of it, lose sight of it, right? And if you can listen to the pros, the key thing they always say is watch the ball. Pros like Ricky Ponting always mouth to themselves, watch the ball, watch the ball, watch the ball. Sometimes not to watch the ball, but to keep other thoughts out. But the point is, well, what is watching the ball? This is something I learned in baseball. Because in baseball, you haven't got the same cues as in cricket. Now, cricketers, fast bowlers particularly, they can run in, you can see the ball the whole way, and they bowl it, and you can see it. But sometimes they sling it. In baseball pitching, they've got a mitt, and the ball's hiding behind this mitt, and you don't see it to the last second, right? So their vision has to be spot on. So, as I'm a big believer in any sports, and you too, Josh, we like to look at other sports and learn from them and how we can apply it.
God knows how they say it.
And this is why I first learned.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, this is where I first learned the concept of soft focus and hard focus, right? Now, what I'm learning with a lot of cricketers, they don't watch the ball. They don't know how to watch the ball. They're nervous about many of the things. They've got so many other thoughts they haven't got a process about it. But not just about setting up, but about watching the ball, right? And they just it just happens. But you need to make a conscious effort on how to watch the ball. So, let me just very briefly talk about soft focus and hard focus. Soft focus is about having a soft gaze around an area, okay? Now, in baseball pitching, or in batters watching a baseball pitcher, this tends to be around the head and around the chest, sometimes even down to the feet, just watching the person as a whole, not fixed on a specific spot, like a point on their baseball cap where they can read the logo, but the whole area. Because they're trying to get as much information about what type of pitch is going to come to them. So that's called soft focus. But then it goes to the moment of delivery, the moment of pitching, to a hard focus, where they go to the area, the box around the area. They create an imaginary box around the area of release point. Okay, so where they pitch and throw, they're preempting where that ball is going to come from. So it's going from a soft focus from the body to a hard focus to where the ball is going to come out from, so they can start watching the ball and get the cues from the ball, so it translates to a hard focus from the ball coming out. Does that make sense? We're non-cricketer, Josh. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. It sounds incredibly hard to do, and then it'd take a hell of a lot of practice. You know what I mean?
It is.
To switch when you your vision that quickly. You know?
Well, it is. It's a skill. Like anything, it's a skill. But it's an important skill. Now, again, if I talk to the best batters and the pros who've played at the very highest levels, they always say the best batters are the ones who can pick up line and length better than anybody else. And yes, they have great techniques. Assume everyone has great technique. But if they're picking up line and length better than everyone else, I'd argue that it has something to do with their vision. So some of the top players say they can remember seeing the seam coming down with the ball. They can see the ball coming on this. Other players can see the minute details of the color of the ball as it comes down. Now, what you hear is, and again, I'm using Steve James as an example. He spoke about how he was someone who used to watch the seam. He knew he was in good nick when he could see the seam on the ball. But then people like Mike Atherton had a more of a soft focus approach to seeing where the area comes out. Like, I've never spoken to Mike Atherton, but that's what he suggested he spoke about. Now, it's important that we as cricketers and batters understand this concept, because if you're trying to focus so hard on the ball for such a long period of time, particularly a fast bowler with a big run-up, right? Your eyes get tired. You can't focus on that spot. You blink. Your eyes get watery, right? You can't focus on that spot for such a long time, right? So it's understand this concept of shifting soft to hard, or if you're going to stay hard, cool. But it's not all fast bowlers will show you the ball. Canny, our good friend Michael Cann, an ex-pro from South Africa, played for Glamorgan too. he used to face the great Alan Donald. And he says, yes, it was scary. Yes, he was quick. But the one good thing about facing Alan Donald, I could see the ball the whole way. The way he presented the ball the whole way, I could watch it. Whereas other bowlers who are more slingy, it became a lot harder because they lost sight of the ball, right? This is why I first started having problems from slingers. When I first came back to start playing cricket again, I was like, well, what are these what are these side arms and these slingers? Like, I've never used them before. It never happened back when I was playing. But it was so hard because you lose track of the ball before it comes down most of the time. So I had to find a way to learn about this, and it's just from my time in baseball and learning all that stuff there, is that, right, they use hard focus and soft focus, and it applies to batting too. So what I'm trying to get across to players, again, I think this needs to be a video where we're demonstrating this, is that you need to understand the concept of hard focus and soft focus, decide which one you prefer, but you need both tools and skill sets, because not all bowlers will present the ball as cleanly the whole way as Alan Donald, for example. They could be more like Malinga, the Sri Lankan who's known as Malinga the Slinger, right? From coming more sidearm, you lose it, right? The more slingy type action. If you lose it, well, then all your cues go out of the window. So I'm a big believer in one of the most important skills to teach players from an early age is how to watch the ball. And the concept of soft and hard focus, I think, is key to helping people understand this. And I'm hoping I'm not butchering this concept by talking it through, but I think a video of showing different types of bowlers and how we do it may be more in order here.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
It makes sense, but video would obviously help people.
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm going to...
But one other...
Go on. Go.
I'll say one other thing to think about as well is this is the other thing I realised in baseball very quickly, and particularly hitters. Again, all the greats of cricket, batters, they all say keep your head still, right? Keep your eyes level, keep it still, right? What the baseball guys tell you is that if a moving head inadvertently increases the speed of the ball, your perception of the speed of the ball. So an 85 mile an hour pitch, if you've got a moving head towards the ball, could make it more like 95 miles an hour. So it comes back to the stillness of your head at point of contact. It's not just for like keeping alignment and keeping your technique in a good position, a good place. It actually helps you understand the depth and the speed of the ball at the same time, right? Yeah. And pick it up earlier. So with all this soft and hard focus, a still head at the point of delivery is key, so you don't misjudge the speed or the line or the length, in my opinion. So there you go.
Nice. I like it. Just quickly to wrap up, I was going to say, are there any ways to practice this away from the pitch?
Great question. There's loads of vision apps and drills you can focus on. I think there's Applied Vision Baseball. They do one that's specifically for baseball, though. I don't know anything in cricket. They do it. You've got to practice this in nets and in a game. It's really hard. It's awareness again first, and then seeing what works for you best, and understand that concept of where you've got to focus from. Now, I'm like me personally. I've gone away from a hard focus the whole way because I was struggling with a couple of bowlers who were slinging. I was like, well, I'm the slingers and the sidearms, right? So I go now to a soft focus around the bowlers that are coming in. Particularly, it's easier with spinners, a bit different, but soft focus around everything here now with the ball lightly there. So I'm seeing what's going on. Are they doing something different with the hands? Because there's a bowler the other week. Me and Ben O'Neill were up in the batting, and we both noticed that he covered the ball up a different way when he's bowling an in-swinger compared to or a slower change-up, right? So we saw that. We both saw it. But I had more of a soft focus around it. But at the point of delivery, I shift to the area of the box around where the ball's coming out. That's what I do. Yeah. So it's practicing this in nets, or maybe with a friend in slow motion, like we do with some of our guys. It's a hard process to get right first.
Yeah, but it's like the eyes are muscles, like any other thing, and they need to be trained, don't they?
Yep, exactly. We should find some experts at this in baseball. I think we just need to bring them in.
That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Yeah,
and interview them. Yeah, let's do that, shall we?
Let's do that. Absolutely. Let's definitely do that. There we go, guys. So practice your hard focus and your soft focus. That is it for today. Please don't forget to rate, review and subscribe. And if you would like our free training plan, then go to cricketmanners.com/train. And remember, our goal is to make you a better cricketer.